Kazuya hadn't moved from the couch in over an hour. His eyes were locked on the red dot blinking on his phone screen. The tracking app showed his wife was not where she'd told him. Not for the first time. He'd once been a respected project manager until Takeda sabotaged his career.
Even now, the memory of that smirk makes my blood boil.
Aya had left the house that afternoon with a vague excuse. She'd been doing that a lot lately. He'd installed the tracker 2 weeks ago. Every Thursday, she'd go to the same rundown building across town. Tonight, he was done waiting. He grabbed his keys and followed the blinking dot.
If she's meeting someone, if there's someone else.
The building loomed ahead, its flickering sign casting a sickly light on the cracked pavement. He stepped out of the car, jaw clenched, and headed for the entrance. Kazuya stepped into the stale-aired hallway, scanning for apartment numbers. From the end of the corridor, a child's giggle echoed, then a woman's voice, instantly recognizable.
No, you have to eat your vegetables first.
She's treating him like her own child.
He crept closer, pressed his ear to the door, and caught fragments. A little boy's laughter, Aya's playful scolding.
Who does this child belong to? And why is she hiding him?
His heart pounded with a sickening realization. This was no casual visit. She was raising him in secret. Every Thursday, every single week. Lies piled on lies.
I've trusted her for years, and she's been building another life behind my back.
Without a second thought, he hammered on the door, the sound echoing through the thin walls. The door swung open, and there stood Aya, her eyes wide with shock, her hand trembling on the handle.
Kazuya, why are you here? I can explain.
He didn't wait for an answer. He thrust past her into the cramped apartment, his gaze sweeping the room like a searchlight. Near the coffee table, a young boy looked up, a half-eaten carrot stick clutched in his tiny fingers.
A child. She's been meeting a child. All this time, a child. Whose son is that? Are you going to tell me the truth, or do I have to guess?
Please, lower your voice. He's scared. Just let me explain. It's not what you think.
The boy's lip quivered. He dropped the carrot and stumbled backward, hiding behind Aya's skirt.
I won't calm down. Every Thursday, you lie to me, and I find you playing house with some kid.
Aya stood her ground, one hand on the boy's head, her expression torn but unyielding. Kazuya's voice dropped from a shout to an icy, terrifying calm. His eyes bored into hers.
I'll ask one more time. Whose son is this, and why are you hiding him?
He's Takeda's son, the one who ruined your career.
The name hit Kazuya like a physical blow. Takeda, the man who had destroyed his life.
The man who sabotaged me, stole my future, and she's been caring for his child. You are raising his kid, behind my back for years, while I've been drowning in the mess he made of my life.
Aya's face crumpled, tears spilled over, but she didn't move to stop him. Without another glance, he wrenched the door open and stormed into the hallway.
Wait, Kazuya, please. There's more. He wrote you a letter. Just read.
The door slammed, cutting off her words. In the sudden silence, the boy began to cry. Kazuya returned to a dark, empty house. The silence pressed in, heavier than any argument. He grabbed a bottle from the fridge, not bothering with a glass, and sank onto the couch.
Takeda's son, of all people. She chose to protect his blood over me.
The memory clawed its way back. The day Takeda planted those fake documents, the boardroom faces frozen in disgust, and Takeda's smirk as security escorted him out. That smirk was burned into his soul.
She knew. She must have known. Maybe she was in on it from the start. No wonder she always avoided talking about Takeda. She was hiding this the whole time.
The bottle was empty. He set it down with a hollow clink and stared at the wall, his mind a storm of betrayal.
Tomorrow, I'll go back. I won't leave until I know every last detail.
He didn't sleep that night, only waited in the dark, nursing a rage that blurred into obsession. Dawn broke gray and cold. Kazuya stood before the apartment door, his face a mask of sleepless determination. The door opened slowly. Aya stood there, eyes red, hair unkempt. She hadn't slept either.
I am not here for more tears. Tell me where Takeda is hiding. He has to be behind this.
Aya flinched as if struck. She looked down, her voice barely a whisper.
He can't hide. Takeda passed away 2 years ago. Alone, the boy was left with nothing.
Dead, the bastard who destroyed me. Just died, no trial, no justice.
For a moment, the anger wavered. Then it snapped back, colder and sharper than before.
So you took in his orphan, after what he did to me. That's supposed to make this right.
It's not about right or wrong. He had no one. I couldn't leave him to the system.
Kazuya turned away, his fists clenched. The morning light felt like an accusation.
You must have loved him. Why else would you throw away our marriage for his brat?
Loved him? I never even met Takeda before he died. I found out about the boy from a social worker.
Then why hide it? Why not tell me the moment you decided to play mother to my enemy's child?
Because I was terrified. I knew how much you hated him. I thought you'd make me choose.
She took a shaky breath, her gaze falling on the doorway where the boy had been playing.
They were going to put him in an institution. A 5-year-old. No family. No one to claim him.
So you became his guardian, behind my back? That's not compassion. That's betrayal.
There's more you don't know. But before he passed, Takeda wrote you a letter. I have it.
Kazuya's eyes narrowed, but before he could retort, Aya turned and opened a nearby drawer.
He wanted you to know the truth. Please, Kazuya, just read this.
Kazuya stared at the envelope as if it were a live grenade. His hand remained at his side.
You think a dead man's lies will change anything? I am not reading that.
It's not a lie. He wrote this months before he died. You owe it to yourself to know.
She thrust it closer, her eyes desperate. With a scoff, he snatched it from her fingers. The envelope was crumpled, the ink slightly smeared. Takeda's handwriting unmistakably.
Even from the grave, he finds a way to poison my home.
He turned it over, noticing the flap was already opened. Aya had read it long ago.
Please, just read it. The truth is worse than you can imagine.
Worse? What's worse than destroying my career and making my wife his nanny?
He didn't open it. He just held it, knuckles white, as if crushing it could undo the past. A bitter laugh escaped him as he tore open the envelope, the paper resisting as if it knew what it carried.
I didn't want to destroy your career. I was blackmailed. Of course. Always someone else's fault.
Unbidden, a flash of memory. Takeda, not smirking, but cornered in a dark alley, rough hands shoving documents at him. The letter continued. They threatened my family. I was told to ruin you or lose my wife and child.
Family? So his family mattered, and my career was just collateral damage.
He read on, each line scraping open an old scar. Yet somewhere deep, a sliver of doubt took root. I spent years trying to make amends, but I was too much of a coward to send the letters.
Amends? After what you did to me, you expect me to believe you were just some poor victim.
Another image surfaced. Takeda, hollow-eyed, cradling an infant Riku on a rundown balcony. The weight of guilt etched into his frame. He threw the letter onto the table, his chest heaving. But his hand still trembled. A hairline fracture in his fury. He couldn't stay in that room a second longer. He turned and strode toward the door, jaw set.
If I don't leave now, I'll say something I can't take back. Or worse, I'll start to believe it.
But at the door, his hand froze on the handle. A memory of Aya's pleading face flashed before him.
Kazuya, wait. Please don't go like this.
He didn't turn around. He couldn't. The letter lay on the floor where it had fallen, words facing up like an accusation. Aya knelt, gathering the crumpled pages, her tears falling onto the ink.
She's still crying over him, over his lies.
He opened the door. The hallway light cut in like a blade, but he didn't step out yet. Finally, he tore himself from the frame. The door clicked shut behind him, softer than last time. Inside, Aya clutched the letter to her chest, her sobs echoing in the empty apartment. Kazuya walked without direction, the city lights blurring past him like streaks of accusation. He ended up at a dimly lit bar, ordering a whiskey he didn't taste.
Blackmailed, as if that absolves him. But why can't I shake that image? Takeda terrified in an alley.
His phone buzzed. Idly, he scrolled until a headline caught his eye. Disgraced executive dies alone. Career fraud unraveled. The article detailed how Takeda's own schemes collapsed, leaving him penniless and shunned. No funeral. No mourners.
No one. Just like his son would have had no one. Is that what the letter meant by ruin on both sides?
He paid and stepped outside into a cold rain, the droplets mixing with his own unsteady breath.
I need to read the rest. Not for him, for myself. To finally understand the full wreckage.
He turned a corner, heading back toward the apartment, the rain washing away the last of his stubborn pride. By the time he reached the familiar, run-down entrance, his anger had cooled into a heavy, unfamiliar weight. He eased the door open, careful not to wake her. The small lamp cast a dim pool of light over Aya's sleeping form. She had fallen asleep on the worn sofa, the crumpled letter clutched loosely in her fingers, tear stains drying on the pages.
She wouldn't let go, even in sleep. What does this dead man's confession hold that could make her so desperate?
Gently, he slipped the letter from her hand and settled into the single chair, angling it toward the lamp. I know you'll never forgive me, but you deserve to know. It wasn't ambition. Men came to me, threatened my wife. They had proof of her family's illegal debts. If I didn't ruin you, they'd ruin her. I told myself I had no choice. But I chose, and that choice ate me alive. I tried to expose them later, but they were too powerful. My own career crumbled as punishment. Riku was born after everything fell apart. His mother, she couldn't take it. She left us. I've been sick for a long time. There's no one else to care for him. I know I have no right to ask, but if you ever read this, please don't let my sins become his cage. Kazuya set the letter down, his hands no longer trembling. The silence around him was absolute.
Not a villain, not a monster. Just a broken man who destroyed me to save his own, and died with nothing but guilt.
The rain had stopped. The only sound was Aya's soft breathing, and the heavy, unfamiliar weight in his chest that he finally recognized as grief. He stood and walked to the small bedroom doorway. The boy was curled under a thin blanket, his face peaceful.
So small. He has no idea what his father did to me, or what was done to his father.
A rustle behind him. Aya stirred on the sofa, her eyes fluttering open.
Kazuya.
She saw the letter on the table. Then his face. Her expression shifted from confusion to quiet understanding.
He doesn't know anything. Riku, he just knows I am someone who cares.
Kazuya didn't turn. His jaw worked, but no words came. A single tear slid down his cheek, catching the lamplight.
I can't hate a child. I can't hate a dead man who was just as trapped as I was.
Aya rose and stood beside him, not touching, but close enough that he could feel her warmth. They watched the sleeping boy in silence, the weight of the night pressing around them like a fragile truce. Morning light filtered through dusty curtains. Kazuya sat across from Aya at the small kitchen table, a cup of untouched tea between them.
I never met him. After he died, a social worker contacted me because my name was in his papers.
But why you? Why not his family?
His wife left when Riku was a baby. There was no one else. I was listed as an emergency contact from years ago.
The tea grew cold. Kazuya stared at the swirl of leaves at the bottom. Aya's fingers trembled around her own cup.
All this time, you hid this because you thought I'd make you choose between me and a child.
I was terrified. I know how much you hate Takeda. I thought you'd see the boy as part of that.
I hated Takeda, but I am sitting here, aren't I?
Aya looked up, her eyes swollen, but her gaze steady. The silence between them was no longer hostile, just heavy with uncertainty.
I don't know what happens next, but I am not leaving, not yet.
Later, Kazuya found himself at the edge of the living room. Riku sat on the floor, absorbed in a pile of crayons and paper.
He hasn't even looked at me. Maybe he's still scared.
He lowered himself to the floor, keeping a careful distance. The boy glanced up, then back at his drawing.
What are you making?
Without answering, Riku held up the paper. 3 stick figures, a woman with long hair, a small boy, and a man with no face. Just a question mark.
A question mark. He's asking for a father.
That's my mommy, that's me, and that's, I don't know. Aya said maybe someday.
The words hit Kazuya harder than any accusation. This child wasn't asking for Takeda. He was asking for anyone.
I am not ready to be anyone's father, but I can't be the reason he stays fatherless.
He didn't answer. He just nodded, as if acknowledging the question mark, and gently took the paper to look at it closer. His hands weren't shaking anymore. He needed air, somewhere away from the apartment's suffocating quiet. A park bench would do. On the bench, he pulled out his phone and dialed the only friend who'd never judged him.
It's me. I need to tell you something. Everything. You are not going to believe this.
He poured it all out. The tracker, the boy, Takeda's letter. His friend listened without interrupting. When he finished, his friend's voice came through. Steady. You've been burning in that fire for too long. It's time to put it out. That boy didn't choose his father. He just needs someone. You are there. That's more than he's had.
I never thought about it like that. I've been so angry at a dead man, I forgot about the living one.
He thanked his friend and ended the call. The park was quiet now, dusk turning the sky orange.
Maybe I can offer him a home, even if I am not sure how to be a father.
He walked back, the apartment building ahead. The lights in the window were on, a warm glow against the evening. Weeks passed. Kazuya found himself at the apartment more often than not, the puzzle pieces of a new routine slowly fitting together.
That piece goes in the corner. You've got a good eye for the edges.
Aya said you are good at fixing things. Can you fix the whole world too?
Kazuya chuckled, a sound that had become less foreign lately, and ruffled the boy's hair. One afternoon, while drawing at the table, Riku set down his crayon and looked up with a question that had been brewing.
Mr. Kazuya, what was my real daddy like?
Doesn't know the man, just wants a story. The truth, but without the poison. He loved you very much. Sometimes people make wrong choices, but that doesn't change the love.
Riku nodded, as if satisfied, and picked up his crayon again. The question mark on his drawing would remain, but it no longer seemed empty.
Maybe I am not there yet, but I am learning to separate the sin from the sinner, and the child from both.
Kazuya was sorting through a dusty box of old belongings when a faded photograph slipped out. It was Takeda, younger, healthier, holding a grinning baby Riku. Both of them beaming at the camera. He turned it over. On the back, written in shaky letters, "I am sorry, Kazuya. Please take care of him."
All these years of hatred, and it ends with a dead man's apology.
The dam broke. Years of fury poured out in a shuddering sob that shook his entire frame.
Kazuya? What happened?
She saw the photo in his trembling hands and understood. Without a word, she knelt beside him.
He asked me to take care of his son. Even after everything, he trusted me with Riku.
Then let's honor that, together.
He cried until his chest ached, and she held him. In that tiny apartment, the last of his bitterness finally dissolved. Kazuya sat in the modest social worker's office, the adoption papers laid out before him, pen in hand.
This is it. No more question marks. With this signature, Riku becomes my son.
He signed his name with a steady hand. The social worker nodded and stamped the documents official. Back at the apartment, Kazuya knelt before Riku, his voice rough with emotion.
Riku, I want to be your dad. I know I am not your first dad, but I promise to love you as my own.
Really? You'll be my daddy?
Riku stared for a heartbeat, then flung himself into Kazuya's arms, squeezing with all his strength.
I drew a picture for you. You are not a question mark anymore.
Aya stood in the doorway, her hands clasped to her chest, tears streaming down her smiling face. They held on tightly, a family forged not by blood, but by forgiveness, sacrifice, and an unexpected love. The old apartment had seen their worst moments. Now it watched them pack, boxes stacked high with belongings and old ghosts.
Do I have to pack all my crayons? Even the stubby ones?
Every last one. A fresh start doesn't mean leaving your colors behind.
Kazuya sealed the final box, marked hope, and carried it to the truck. He glanced back at the empty room, the walls stripped bare.
I spent so long hating the man who put me here. I never thought this place would hold a new beginning.
The new apartment sat on a tree-lined street, its windows reflecting the afternoon sun like a promise.
Look, a balcony. Can we put flowers there?
We'll plant a whole garden. Tomatoes too, if you want.
As they unpacked, Kazuya paused by the window. The reflection staring back was a stranger, one who had let go of bitterness. That evening, over a simple dinner, Riku's laughter echoed off fresh walls. Aya caught Kazuya's eye and whispered, "We're home." Months later, the tree-lined street had become home. Kazuya found a steady job, and he smiled at small things now. Weekends were spent in the park. Kazuya and Riku kicked a soccer ball, while Aya read under the cherry trees.
Good kick. You are getting stronger.
Aya said you played soccer. Can you teach me to score a goal?
Kazuya crouched, pointing at the makeshift goal. The autumn leaves rustled overhead.
The man who ruined my career gave me something he never intended. A son, not his son, mine.
That evening, dinner was a noisy affair, Riku recounting his epic goal, and Aya's gentle teasing.
I think we're raising a future football star.
I spent years chasing a grudge, blind to what was right in front of me. Now, I can't imagine life without this chaos.
Later, as Riku slept clutching a drawing of the three of them, Kazuya stood by his bed and whispered, "Thank you for everything." A few nights later, Riku requested his favorite story, the one about the rabbit who found a new home.
And the rabbit said, "This burrow needs more than just me. It needs someone to fill it with laughter."
Like us. We filled the new apartment with laughter, right, Dad?
Kazuya smiled, closing the book. He tucked the boy in, whispering goodnight. As he turned off the lamp, his eyes fell on a small shelf by the door. A single photograph of a man who'd once been his enemy. He crossed to the shelf, the room lit only by the moon, and picked up the frame.
I used to hate you, but without your letter, I might never have known the truth or found my family. I'll take care of him, Takeda. You have my word.
He set the frame down, the promise settling over the silent room like a blessing. On the wall beside the shelf hung a family portrait, 3 smiling faces, a testament that love could bloom from the deepest ruins.